I look like I'm freaking homeless right now. I seriously look like the biggest hobo. I get all of my motivation to make these videos late at night. Yeah, but it's all for you guys. And Emily, she requested earlier that I make a video on how I talk to potential loyal customers and potential distributors on Facebook. So here I go. I have quite often distributors messaging me and saying, "What's your pitch for that?" And to be honest, I don't have a pitch. I just have my approach, right? Like my style and how I do things. So I'm going to share that with you. The big thing, I think, a mistake that a lot of people make is that when they're messaging people on Facebook, they're thinking, oh, I want to like sound all professional and give them all these facts and all this information and kind of like overwhelm them. I think that's a big thing, like a big no-no, right? Is you're starting the conversation off immediately about your business and immediately about you and not about that person. And see, a big thing is when you're messaging every single person that you message, you should be looking at it like, regardless whether they join you as a customer or a distributor, like you should be trying to make a new friend there, a new contact, right? Because even if they don't, like they're a connector for you. So, you wanna approach them in a very real and very authentic way. The point isn't to message someone up and immediately push the wraps on them because you don't know if they want wraps. You don't know if they need wraps. Good Lord, they might not have any friggin' anything to tone up on their body. I know some people like that. Um, the point is to get talking to them and find out if you do have something that can help them. If you do have a solution for what they're looking for, that's what we do. So it really depends on where your previous relationship is with this person and how like you would start it off. If it's an old friend that even if you haven't talked to them in like 10 years or whatever the case, if you've ever been good friends with a person before and you just haven't talked to them in a long time, but you do have that history, then I would start it off like talking about an old memory or just, giving them a heartfelt message about just like crazy how like time flies and your kids are beautiful and just how are you? Seems like life is going great. So happy for you. That kind of a message. And get them talking about themselves, ask them questions, and then they're going to ask you questions. They're going to ask you what's new. And then that's always going to be your opportunity to share that you started your own business. And good, my goodness, own that you have a business, own that you are in business. That's how I always say it. Even when I was a distributor, like I always said, I'm so excited. I just started my own business and it's going great. I'm so excited that I started my own business. You have to understand it, like any business owner, whether they opened a restaurant or a friggin' hair salon or whatever the case is, like everybody, when you start a brand new business, it's not like you're a freaking millionaire your first month. Like, come on, right? Um, so just own that you're a business owner. Not that you don't ever say, oh, I sell wraps. Have you heard of them? Like, don't say that. Like, don't put yourself in that salesperson category because you're not a salesperson. You're a consultant, right? And consultants, what they do is they listen to people and they help them with their goals. They find solutions for what they're looking for. So get into that mindset when you're talking to people. So if it's a friend, an old friend, that's how I would start it. If it's one of those people that you have on your Facebook and you're like an acquaintance with them, but you're like, oh, I don't really know how to like start a conversation off because I don't want to be like, it just feels awkward. And I get that because I'm like the queen of awkward. And this was really hard for me because it's completely out of your comfort zone to message people that you just don't really know and just try to just act like everything is just chill and it's not like scary to you because I get that it kind of is a little awkward, but it's only awkward if we make it awkward, and I've learned that. So just don't even listen to my awkward babbling right now. So this is how I do it when I message people that I don't really know. um you want to find something common that you could talk to them about, but again, don't overstress it. So like I had a girl on my Facebook a couple days ago who I was like, I kind of targeting her as a potential distributor just because she's really into like health and fitness, and her profile is just, you go to it and it just radiates like positivity. Like she's constantly putting like inspiring quotes on there, and like her healthy eating plan and all this. And I'm like, this girl is like totally living the lifestyle. She's so positive, so full of like love and good vibes, and that's obviously like, awesome to see because I usually only, to be honest, I usually only see that through It Works distributors. We're kind of our own kind of people. A lot of people are freaking negative on Facebook, so it's refreshing to see people who are positive, and like-minded. And so when you see that, it's like compliment them. People love to be complimented. So even though it's kind of awkward because I don't know this person directly, I sent her a message and I was just like, hey, whatever. Like I knew her and we were all good with a happy face. And I said, I just want you to know that this might be random. I said, I just want you to know that, I absolutely love your posts. I love seeing your posts. You're always so positive and like inspiring every day. And that's refreshing to see on Facebook. And I just kind of laid it out there. And that's all I said. And she wrote me back and was like, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. And she said, I actually think the same thing of you. She's like, and I was thinking, like you just are always so like seem so passionate about your business and whatever. And then she actually started asking me what it is that I do. So it's kind of funny that that one fell right into my lap, just by me making a connection and just letting her know what I actually thought of her. And then that sent her into telling me what she thought of me and that she'd actually been following my posts about the business. And boom, I mean, I'm getting together with her next week. So just lay it out there and just don't overthink it. It's only awkward if we make it awkward. So just, find something mutual to talk to them about. Hey, how are you? Whatever. If you think that they could be a good distributor, then just let them know. Say, hey, this is another message that I sent this week. And she's really interested as well. Just wanting to finish school this month and then we're gonna sit down and talk more about it. But I sent this other girl a message and I just said this might sound completely out of left field, but I just had to let you know that I think that you would be an amazing distributor like in my business. Like, you just I had to let you know that. I just think you would rock this business, and I would love to tell you more about how you can make an extra income doing it if that's something that you think you might want to do. If not, no pressure, but I just had to just put it out there, and I just kind of made it like that, casual but bold at the same time. And she wrote me back and was like, "Wow, like you actually think that I can be good at that?" And she goes, "Because I've actually considered it, like watching your posts." So when you're messaging people, the really don't be surprised because a lot of people are seeing your posts. So it's kind of funny when you message these prospects up and they're already like, yeah, I've been watching you and yeah, I am interested. And it's like, oh, cool. Half the work is done then because I actually was making the Facebook post and staying consistent. So that's really how I do it. I just put it out there, but make it personal, make it about them, and just don't focus so much on the sale. Focus on uh, the conversation and that person, and just figuring out if you have something that you can offer them. Stay very positive and stay very, upbeat about what it is that you do, and that you are just loving life. You love your business. You're healthy, getting healthy, or whatever. Say your thing. And then, always offer like, hey, like, do you want to try one of these crazy wraps? And you'll freaking understand what I mean, like product of a lifetime. Like, throw things like that in there after you establish the connection. Like, you'll never understand what I mean until you just freaking get it on there. I'm telling you. Let's do tea next week. Put it out there, but do so in a friend vibe, regardless of whether you're friends with a person or not. That's how we make friends, is we treat them like a friend, okay? So that's the best advice I've got for you. I hope this helps. If you want any more information, any more, I don't really know what more I can say, but anything more specific, just please comment below and I will let you know what I think. But I hope this helps, okay?